Hi and welcome to this video log with me, Wayne, from swimmingcyclingrunning.com. Well, it's very rare that a coach will give you a guarantee, but I'm going to give you a guarantee. I'll guarantee that the 3 tips for open water swimming that I'm going to give you, if you follow, will improve your triathlon experience and will reduce the time that you spend in the swim. Okay, here we go. 3 tips to improve your swimming in open water triathlons. Okay, tip number 1. Do a warm-up. If you don't do a warm-up, you know for a fact that you're going to get that wetsuit, tight-chested feeling about 200 to 400 meters into your swim. So if you can do 200 to 400 meters in the warm-up, you'll actually get rid of that tight-chested sensation in the warm-up and not in the race. If it happens in the race, it really will affect you. You will slow down. If it doesn't happen in the race, you'll go sailing on through. Now if you can't do a warm-up in the water, then you're just going to have to do it on dry land. A run warm-up is fine, so long as you go through traditionally the run warm-up, which is starting off slow and working through to race pace. And then you've got yourself into that feeling. Then when you get in the water, you're far less likely to have that tight-chested feeling that makes you feel like you shouldn't be there. So tip number 1, definitely do a warm-up. Hopefully in the water, but if you can't do it in the water, do it on dry land. Okay, tip number 2, and this is probably the most important tip you will ever get for an open water swim. When you start, make sure that your breathing dictates your arm speed and not your arm speed is dictating your breathing. And what I mean is this. So when I start a triathlon, I might want to breathe like this. And you can tell that's in control and I'm not going to go outside my comfort zone too early. And it'll make my arms move something like this. And that's how it would go. If you start the other way, it happens like this. And you're chasing yourself, you're already into the red zone and you can't keep that breathing pattern up very long. That means you become uncomfortable and your swim is obviously affected by that. So, the most important tip you can have, especially for beginners, is let your breathing dictate your arm speed, not your arm speed dictate your breathing pace. Okay, here's tip number 3. When your stroke gets ragged or your mind starts wandering in a long swim, as it tends to do, start thinking stroke mechanics and start doing the drills you might be doing in a pool. When I have a long swim and I know at some point my stroke's going to get ragged, I'm going to feel I'm not holding the water as well as I should be, I'm not concentrating, I actually go to finger drag, finger trail you might know it as, and I just finger trail for quite a few strokes, get my stroke back into good mechanics, start really grabbing the water again at the front, which I do when I'm doing finger drag, and I'm back where I need to be, I'm back in the zone, and I'm swimming better again. You might choose a different drill, that's fine. So long as you're concentrating on the stroke mechanics you need to improve your stroke, you'll get back on track again. Okay, so that's tip number 3. When your mind starts wandering or when you feel your stroke is deteriorating, go back to basics, concentrate on your stroke, start doing some drills for a short while, you'll be back on track. Okay, so there you have it. 3 tips guaranteed to improve your open water experience and reduce your open water swim time. And I know that's a fact because last Friday I met a neighbour's son who'd been emailing me about advice because he was doing the swim leg of a team in the London Triathlon last weekend. Gave him those 3 pieces of advice. Said, what time do you think you're going to do? He said, well, I can swim front crawl and breaststroke. You know, I've been mixing it up and I've done 40 minutes in the pool. Now, this is a young, fit guy. I thought he should be able to do a bit more than that if he does it all front crawl. Those 3 tips. He emailed me Monday morning. Time he did it in, 33 minutes. And he only resorted to breaststroke a couple of times, he said. Other than that, he was happily doing it front crawl. So those 3 tips guaranteed to improve your swim time in triathlon, unless you're a front of pack swimmer, because you can't go off necessarily completely in control. If you're a front pack swimmer, you want to get on someone's legs. Okay, that's it for this week. Have a wonderful weekend. It's been raining some, slightly cooler. Anyone having a race this weekend should have a good one. So enjoy it. I'll see you next time.